So the background is that in metastatic colorectal cancers, the prognostic impact of relative dose intensity of chemotherapy is well known. But in localized colon cancer, early treatment discontinuation, or ETD, has been reported in about 30% of patients with a prescription of 6 months of chemotherapy. But the prognostic impact of ETD in localized colon cancer is unclear. In addition, these data are coming from a retrospective study, not derived from therapeutic trials, and included elderly patients or patients treated with fluoropyrimidine alone before 2006. In addition, in these patients, we may need to stop oxaliplatin early, mainly due to neuropathy. And the prognostic impact of the relative dose intensity of oxaliplatin is also unclear. We have very few data on this. So we need more robust data of the prognostic impact of early treatment discontinuation and early oxaliplatin discontinuation while continuing fluoropyrimidine. So it is a pooled analysis of 11 adjuvant trials from Accent and IDA databases. And the patients included were patients with stage 3 colon cancer and treated with FOLFOX or CAPOX for 6 months. And the patients treated with fluoropyrimidine alone or targeted therapy or with a duration of chemotherapy of 3 months or who stopped chemotherapy due to recurrence were excluded of the analysis. We defined early treatment discontinuation, or ETD, as the complete stop of all adjuvant chemotherapies before patients had received 75% of cycles of chemotherapy. So a maximum of 9 cycles for the FOLFOX regimen and a maximum of 6 cycles for CAPOX regimen. And in the same way, we define early oxaliplatin discontinuation, or EOD, as a discontinuation of oxaliplatin only while continuing fluoropyrimidine before patients had received 75% of oxaliplatin cycles. So maximum of 9 cycles of oxaliplatin for FOLFOX and a maximum of 6 cycles of oxaliplatin for CAPOX. So for the baseline characteristics, ETD and EOD were associated with female gender, performance status more than 0, older age, CAPOX regimen, and only for ETD with malnutrition defined by BMI. So for the prognostic impact of early treatment discontinuation, we found in multivariate analysis by adjusting on age, gender, year enrollment, T and N stage, that ETD was impacting DFS with a 3-year DFS rate of 69% for ETD patients compared to 79% for no ETD patients, which is highly significant. And we observed the same results for overall survival. And according to risk group and regimen in subgroup analysis, we observed the same results except for patients treated with CAPOX and with low-risk tumor without significant difference for DFS and OS between ETD and no ETD patients. And for the prognostic impact of early oxaliplatin-only discontinuation, by contrast, we found that DFS and OS were not significantly different between EOD and no EOD patients, and we observed the same results in subgroup analysis according to regimen and risk group. And interestingly, when dividing the population according to the number of cycles of oxaliplatin received, we found that in patients receiving 100% of oxaliplatin cycles and in patients receiving at least 50% of oxaliplatin cycles, we see no difference for DFS. And conversely, receiving less than 50% of oxaliplatin cycles was associated with a worse DFS. With these results, we can say that in patients receiving 6 months adjuvant regimen for stage 3 colon cancer chosen in MTD, maintain the planned number of cycles of chemotherapy is very important. If grade 2 plus neuropathy occurs at any time point, we have to stop oxaliplatin according to good clinical practice. But after 3 months of treatment, if the patient has grade 1 or 2 neuropathy, stopping oxaliplatin is likely a valid option. So after 3 months of both drugs, in order to avoid long-lasting neuropathy and improve the quality of life of our patients.